Oh, it's going to be the connection between LeBron James and Joel Embiid. And here's the thing, right? It's more than one way to get to Walmart, okay? It's more than one way to get to Walmart. And it's more than one way. It's more than one way to use Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid has become a great passer over the last few seasons, and as we see the connection with him and LeBron in the Olympics, here we are again. Rebound, outlet. We know that LeBron James was one of the best last year for us getting out in transition. Joel Embiid unlocking a different version of himself. Here we go again. The post-entry pass. When Joel Embiid takes the crab dribble, he sees the triple team, not the double team. LeBron James great at finding the gaps, cutting off the ball. So, again, everybody is talking about how is this offense going to work, but everybody is not highlighting how guys have grown up like Joel Embiid, how at times you can use him as a passer, as that point center, and we know how great LeBron James is as far as his IQ and playing off the ball.
I just looked this up. There's more than one way to Walmart. This phrase has never been used.
I literally like you just made that up. I thought you were going to say
more
skin
than
a
one
cat.
way to skin a cat.
Right.
That is a pure Perkism. That is just you, Kendrick Perkins. But to your point, there are people who react and say, okay, the Sixers team, how is it going to work? There's only one basketball. How are all these alphas going to fit together? What do you say to those folks, Monica?
Well, I think I agree with you, Perk, that it can work. I don't know if my key relationship is going to be the LeBron James, Joel Embiid thing, or the Tyrese Maxey, LeBron James, and somewhere in there you got to sprinkle in some Jaylen Brown as well. I have no doubt, though, that this is going to be a high basketball IQ group of guys. Nick Nurse is one of the more creative coaches that we've seen in the NBA, willing to do things that are so to speak out of the box, right? I just think this is going to be so fun. And the only hesitation that I have in terms of it hinging on Joel Embiid is just because of his history. Now, if he is healthy, that is a whole different layer for sure, Malika, without a doubt. But I think LeBron James allowing Maxey, Edgecombe, Brown to sort of run and dictate pace and not having to be a guy that carries a lot of weight because of the power of those guys, I think it's going to work well.
Yeah, I think it's a matter of how many games are going to get together in the regular season, because we know you can't just have instant oatmeal chemistry for these guys, especially at this point in their careers. You're going to need a little bit of a runway. But as we know now, there's more than one way to get to Walmart. Still to come on Mavericks, Pacers, Celtics off seasons right after this.
Los Angeles.
We got to have a little chat over dinner. Perk, have you checked today's date? It's August 3rd.
Yeah.
8-3.
August.
So shout out Bam Adebayo's 83 points. You see how we got there? This is what an August show is all about. Bam, he started off sizzling in this game against the formidable Washington Wizards. 31 points in the first quarter.
Don't do my home like that.
Record. I mean, Monica, this was one of them ones for multiple reasons. Now to the third quarter here. Bam opens the break, finishes with a dunk. That put him at 52 points for the night. At the free throw line, knocks down the free throw. That would give him 60. Okay, time and score. Is he going to sit? No, not so fast. Bam finishes with authority there. Now he is 62. I do love that Asia Wilson was in the building and loving what she sees there. Now Bam is just chasing history. At the line, 80 points. Adebayo hits the free throw. He's now tied Kobe for second all-time. Back at the line with history on it. Bam. Another one. And now he passes Kobe. And I do love that, his family's there to see it, but he's not done. He gets one more free throw. He took 43 free throws, made 36 of them, add it all up. What's 9 plus 10? He totaled 83 points in this game. Bam even weighed in with his own tweet today, remembering it. But the list is pretty cool, no matter how we got there. Wilt, Bam, Kobe. That's it. That's the list for the highest scoring games in NBA history. And that March 2026 night, it was truly one of a kind for Adebayo, everyone watching. But he's got some new aspirations, some new goals with Giannis now on the floor in South Beach for next season. Take a listen.
We're ready to get to work. The goal is to win a championship. And, that's his mindset. We have a like mindset when it comes to that. So those conversations are really about winning. We don't really worry about the outside noise too much. We've done a lot more with less in our past years before, so we'll figure it out.
All right, Monica, Bam says the goal is to win a championship. That is why you trade for Giannis. That is why you put this team together. But what is it about this team that could be championship caliber in your eyes already?
Well, excuse me, it's no doubt about it, Malika. The defense. Perk, I should have tried to keep that one in like you did the other day. Anyway, the team's defense, yo, they not giving up no points. Well, maybe. But here we go. Here's an example of the ground that Giannis Antetokounmpo can cover as a defender. We know he's versatile. He's obviously a force to be reckoned with in terms of protecting the paint, but he's on the perimeter guarding Jimmy Butler in this case, right? And so they're going to have an incredibly switchable defense should they choose. Now, obviously, ideally, you don't want Adebayo and Antetokounmpo out on the perimeter all the time, right? But they can in today's NBA where screening is so prevalent, switching is so prevalent, trying to target the guy, target the soft spot in the defense is so prevalent here. They're just willing to be physical. I have no questions, you guys, about what this team is going to look like on the defensive side of the basketball. But the very practical question, and you can see a little bit of the fatigue on Bam's face when he answered that question, but everybody's like, y'all need some shooters. Both of y'all need some shooters. Like, what's happening?
And we've seen Bam's three-point numbers increase. They look a little bit better. He could stretch the floor a little bit for Giannis, but it does feel like if we're continuing the thread of grades, Perk, that maybe they still have it incomplete. That's why we heard Pat Riley said that they needed to land another plane, as coy as he may have been being.
No, I mean, you're right, but what they have is enough to get them to the playoffs, right? And Monica talked about their defense. I mean, think about it. They have 4 guys that are all defensive, like, caliber players as far as making an all-defensive team. When you think about Bam and Giannis, yes, obviously, but Andrew Wiggins and Davion Mitchell. Yeah. And quick story, it's crazy because we're bringing up their defense. I had literally just got a call from Davion Mitchell's camp asking me about to send them Iman Shumpert and Tony Allen number because he wanted to pick their brain on how to become a better defender, right? So think about their mindset going into this. And again, it's going to come down to, can Bam knock down the tray ball consistently? Because we know that Giannis, over the course of his career, has thrived with guys like Brook Lopez and even Bobby Portis to a certain degree. Miles Turner, we didn't get a big enough sample size, but Bam is going to continue to have to knock down corner threes and be able to stretch the floor. But defensively, they're going to win games.
And when you think about the teams that they're going to be going up against that are at the top of the Eastern Conference, that double big could give a lot of those lineups a lot of trouble. Perk, I got to ask, internet inquiring minds want to know, since Monica brought it up, that other day when we were in the gym and you had a little, what happened?
So I was trying to stop myself from actually sneezing, and I sneezed and coughed at the same time. I was like, damn it, why did I have to be in this shot? And I couldn't hold it. I couldn't hold it. It did go. I did see that video on social media.
I speak for everyone when we say we're glad that it was only a sneeze and a cough at the same time. We're going to take a quick break right here to get it together. Monica, we're going to talk about the W when we come back. Taking some stock in contenders, ranking the 3 tiers of WNBA title hope. Well, it was a wild weekend in the WNBA. We had awesome games. We had a big move at the deadline. 5-time All-Star, 2-time champ Kelsey Plum traded from the Sparks to the Phoenix Mercury. More on that coming up. And then on the court, the spectacle. Miles continued to dazzle as she took down Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Mitchell in the Fever last night. Maybe a finals preview. We get to start talking like that because we're only 55 days away from the WNBA playoffs. Monica McNutt and I were in studio all weekend, and we thought, let's take the party into today. Relived some of the action, including A'ja Wilson and the Aces taking on the Sky. Wilson drives, gets the layup with the left.
Yeah, she had a monster game in this one. 37 for A'ja Wilson, and this was a huge bucket late.
And then this was a huge play late. 3.2 seconds left to play in the fourth. Sky down 2, not anymore. Sydney Taylor comes off the screen, nails the 3. Here's how it sounded on the broadcast.
Cloud to inbound. Here comes Carrington off a pair of screens. It's Taylor. Catches for the win. Taylor. Oh, my goodness. Sydney Taylor hits the 3. Chicago flips their fortune, and they hit on their final shots.
And that, Monica, is the energy we're taking into a Monday.
Yes, indeed. That was an outstanding call. Shout out to my girl Isis Young, also on that call as well.
The Liberty and the Mercury under 5 to go. The one at Bonner just rejected there by Brianna Stewart. By the way, Stewie now moves up, passes Kia Stokes for the most blocks in franchise history. Sabrina Ionescu comes off the screen. This is what she does. Knocks down the 3. By the way, 3rd fewest games in WNBA history to reach 500 career 3-pointers. Shooters shoot. To the sun and the wings. Sorry to step on you there. Dallas up big in this one. But Monica, did you see this? Okay, so Diamond Miller hits the 3 and then turns around. What do you think she says? It has the entire bench cracking up. I'm going to need to know.
That's a good question. I cannot decipher that one.
I'm going to need the receipts. Paige Becker's phone a friend. Just let us know what was said there. And then, I mean, the battle of...
The Philadelphia 76 have arguably created one of the most talented rosters in the NBA. But their biggest challenge will be turning that talent into a functional team. LeBron James, Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, and Jaylen Brown all need opportunities to impact games, making chemistry and role definition extremely important. LeBron could be the key piece that makes everything work. His ability to control the offense, create opportunities, and play alongside high-level scorers gives Philadelphia tremendous flexibility. If Maxey can attack more freely while Embiid becomes an effective passer, the Sixers could develop an offense that is extremely difficult to defend. The biggest concern is still Embiid's health. Philadelphia can have an incredible lineup on paper, but it means very little if its most important players cannot stay on the court. Managing the regular season properly and making sure the stars are healthy heading into the playoffs should be one of the team's biggest priorities. Miami has a different formula with Giannis Antetokounmpo and Bam Adebayo. Their defensive versatility could make the Heat extremely difficult to score against, especially against teams that rely heavily on physicality and attacking the paint. The major question is whether they can create enough spacing and consistent shooting to maximize their stars. The WNBA action also showed why the upcoming playoffs should be so exciting. Minnesota continues to look like a major contender, with Olivia Miles making a strong impression and the team putting together an impressive winning streak. Other teams remain close enough to make the playoff race unpredictable. Overall, both stories show that having elite talent is only the beginning. The Sixers must figure out how their stars fit together, while the Heat need to solve their offensive spacing. In the WNBA, teams like Minnesota are building momentum at exactly the right time, creating plenty of excitement heading toward the postseason.